Gracias, Manuela.
Thank you, Manuela.
Thank you very much. Ok. Bueno, mi gente, hoy día de
Okay, my
entrenamiento,
people, today is
amo
a training
los
day.
días de
I
entrenamiento
love
porque
training days
definitivamente esta
because
misión
definitely
que
this
tenemos en nuestras
mission,
manos,
this that we have in
este
our hands,
proyecto
this
de cada uno de
project of
nosotros
each one of
requiere
us
entrenamiento,
requires
requiere
training.
preparación,
It
como todo en la
requires
vida, ¿verdad?
preparation like
Como
everything in
todo en la
life.
vida. Esto no es
Like everything in
solamente
life. This is
porque
not
estamos
just
en este
because
negocio,
we are
no es
in the
solamente esto.
business. It's not
Así
only
que lo
that.
más importante
So
es
the
que hoy
most
estemos
important thing
listos.
is for
Nosotros lo
us
que
to be
estamos
ready
tratando
today.
es, en
What we're
todos estos
trying to do
entrenamientos que
in
estamos
all
haciendo,
these
que
trainings
sean
that we're
temas
organizing
diferentes.
is to talk about
¿Hay
different
alguna persona que
topics.
acaba de entrar al
There is a
negocio, que a lo
person
mejor
that
es
just started
nueva?
the business and maybe is
Si es
new.
nueva, por favor, póngame en el
If
chat.
she is new,
Soy
please write
nueva,
it
soy
down in the chat.
reciente, alguien que
I'm new,
acaba
I'm
recientemente de entrar al
recent,
negocio.
somebody who
Por aquí,
just
soy
enrolled into the
nuevo,
business.
Adolfo, bienvenido.
Please, I'm new,
Nueva Patti,
Adolfo. Okay,
bienvenida, mi
welcome.
corazón.
Patty, you're new. Welcome,
Chris,
darling.
bienvenida. Berta,
Chris,
wow,
welcome. Berta,
muchas más, me
wow. A
encanta.
lot of new people. I love it.
Bienvenida, bienvenida también.
Welcome.
Sandra,
Welcome,
bienvenida.
Sandra.
Ok.
Welcome. Okay.
Liliana, soy nueva. Iván,
Liliana
soy
is
nuevo.
new.
Good,
Ivan is
me gustan los
new.
hombres que estén acá.
I like that there
Nueva,
are
ay,
men here.
Paulina,
Oh,
nuevecita.
Paulina,
Ok,
completely new.
Lucy, soy nueva, me
Lucy,
encanta. Me
new.
gusta mucho
I
reconocer a
loved
la
it.
gente nueva que acaba de
I
entrar
love to
y que
recognize new
sepas que tienes un
people who
sistema
just
creado
enrolled
para
and
ti.
for them to
El
know that there is a
sistema del que
system
hablo es
created
este.
for you.
Byron desde
The
Nueva
system
York.
that I talk about is
Bien,
here. Byron
felicidades,
from New York,
bienvenida.
very well.
Ese sistema es de
Congratulations, welcome.
entrenamiento. Tú
These
no tienes
training
por qué
systems,
recorrer este
you do
camino
not
sola
need
o
to
solo.
run
No tienes
down the
por qué.
path on your own.
Nosotros desde el
Okay,
año
this
pasado que
journey is
entramos
not
al
going
negocio,
solo.
tanto Jay,
From
mi
last week,
esposo,
since we started the business
Jay,
with
mi
Jay
esposo
and
Carlos
my
y
husband Carlos,
ahora Jimena,
and now
pues
Jimena,
definitivo hemos creado este sistema
definitely we have
con
created this
todo el
system
amor y el amor
with
y
all the
de que
love
tú
of the world,
puedas
with the
anclarte y
objective of you
conectarte
being
a
able to
entrenarte.
hook up
Tú
and
y tu
connect with
equipo,
us to
por
train.
favor,
You
seamos
and your teams,
responsables, no
please let's be
dejemos a la gente
responsible.
sola.
Let's not
Si
leave
tú has
people on
inscrito
their
a
own.
alguien,
If you have
llévala o
enrolled
llévalo de
someone,
la
bring
mano,
her by the
conéctalo,
hand or him,
conéctalo a nuestros canales de
connect them
información
to
para
our
que tenga
information
estos
channels for
entrenamientos.
them to have these
Entrenamos
trainings.
todos los días
We
excepto
train every
sábados y
day
viernes.
except for
Los lunes
Saturdays
lo
and
ocupamos
Fridays.
más para
Mondays
grupos de
are occupied
liderazgo
more for
y grupos que
leadership
estamos
groups
trabajando o
and
rangos
groups that we're
altos, pero
working
el martes
on
es
or
miércoles y
ranks.
jueves
But
es para todo el
Wednesday,
mundo
Tuesday, and
abierto.
Thursday is
Tenemos
open for
llamada de
everyone.
presentación los
We have
jueves a las
presentation
7 de
calls
la
on
noche
Thursday
para que
at
ustedes
7
inviten
p.m. for
prospectos,
you to be able
personas
to
que ustedes
invite
saben
your
que les puede
prospects, people that
interesarse el
you know
producto
that could be
o el
interested in the
negocio.
product
No
or
dejen a
the
las
business.
personas solas
Don't leave
porque no hay
people
razón para
alone
dejarlos
because
solos.
there's no reason
Ustedes
to
le
leave
brindan
them
el
alone.
canal de
You
información
give
y
them
esas
the
personas pueden
information
invitar
channel, and
a
those
los
people
entrenamientos
can
que tenemos,
access the
¿ok?
trainings that we have
Así que bueno,
available. Okay,
vámonos porque hoy tengo una
so let's
invitada
start
que
because
tengo que
today I have
decirle,
a
me voy
guest
a
that
aquí
I
con mi
need to
libreta
tell
lista
you. Look, I already have my
y le quiero hablar
notebook
que
ready
la verdad la admiro,
because
la
truthfully,
quiero,
I admire her. I love her.
reconozco sus
I
habilidades, su
recognize her
talento, pero
abilities,
sobre todo el
her
corazón que
talents, but
tiene
especially the heart that she has.
no puedo decir que la
And
conozco a
I cannot say
profundidad
that I
porque la verdad
know
que nos
her
vamos a
in
ver en San
depth, though
Diego,
soon we're going to see each other in San
pero lo que
Diego.
conozco y me
But
ha
what I
dejado ver
do
de su
know and what
corazón, de
she
su
has let me
actitud, de su
see
postura,
from
de
her
cómo
heart,
siempre
her
quiere ayudar,
attitude,
ya
her
para mí es
posture, how
suficiente
she always wants to
para
help
saber que puedo
is already
contar con
for
ella. Y
me
hasta el día de
enough
hoy
to know
cada
that
vez
I
que
can
le digo que
count on her. And
necesito
until the day of today,
gente,
each
ayúdame
time that
con el
I said
equipo,
to
vamos a
her,
seguir porque
I
creo,
need
yo creo
you, come help me
fielmente
with the team
que
because
en
I
este
firmly
proyecto, en
believe
este
that in
negocio,
this
en general
project,
en la
in this
vida,
business,
nada se
and
hace
in
solo,
general in life,
nada,
nothing is
todo es
done on
con
our own.
equipo,
Nothing.
en unidad,
Everything
con
is
la
as a
gente que nos
team
vamos
in
apoyando. Y
unity
ella
with
tiene
the
una gran
people that we
experiencia, más de
support
9 años
ourselves on.
en
And
el
she has a lot of
campo.
experience, more
Yo
than
recuerdo que
nine
siempre
years in
del
the company.
principio todos los videos de
I
ella me los
remember
he
that
visto
from the
todos y así
beginning.
de
I've
lejanito, por
always seen
supuesto.
all her videos and
Y
I
cada vez que
continue
le digo,
seeing them, of
Mariana,
course.
por favor,
And each
vente,
time I
porque
say,
quiero que
Mariana,
entrenemos juntas,
please
quiero
come
que
because I
hablemos
want
con el
us to
equipo.
train
Y
on
hoy vamos a
together.
hacer
I
sí
want us to talk
combinaciones
with
de
the team.
pasos,
And
porque
today
yo sé que
we are going
todos
to do
ustedes siempre
Pat's
me dicen, por favor,
combinations because I
Mariana,
know that all of you
sabe las
always say,
combinaciones, pero
please,
Mariana
Mariana, we
ha
want her to
tanto,
speak
tanto
about the
para dar.
combinations.
Y hoy queremos
But
hablar
Mariana
también
has
de otro
so
tema, es
much
el
to
liderazgo.
give, and
Y
we
es
also
cómo
want to
debemos
talk about
aceptar y
leadership
llevar
and
de
how we
la
can
manera
accept
más correcta
and
este
bring it in
negocio.
the
Así
most
que,
correct way
Mariana,
this
gracias por
business.
decir
So,
que sí una vez más,
Mariana,
por tu
thank you for saying
invitación
yes once
y
again
por
to
siempre estar
this
disponible y
invitation
dispuesta para
and
ayudar a
for
todas
always being available and willing to help everybody. So, my friend, welcome, and please open up your mic because I made you co-host.
Hola, hermosa. Gracias.
Hi,
Es un honor para
darling.
mí
Thank you. It
ser
is
su
an
invitada
honor for
y
me to
conectar
be
con
your
todos
guest and to
ustedes.
connect with
De
all of
verdad, para
you.
mí me siento
Truthfully,
muy
for
honrada,
me,
muy
I
privilegiada.
feel
Gracias a
very
Dios por este
privileged and
momento
honored.
y
Thank
por
God
toda
for
su
this
hermosa
moment and
energía.
for
Nada
your
más
beautiful
confirmando, sí se
energy.
escucha
Now, I
bien,
just want
amiga,
to
¿verdad?
confirm, can you hear me well? Yes, perfectly. We can hear you and see you spectacularly. I want to see you all with a notebook and a pen on your hand to start writing because it is crucially important. Happily, this is going to be recorded, so you're going to be able to go back to this video in the future. I am going to do some recommendations, which is what I have had and I continue having a lot of success with. And I continue creating a different reality of prosperity, of abundance, and very transparent, especially helping a lot of people. For me, it is a pleasure to be sharing with you because since I started in Lifewave in 2016, it's going to be 9 years since I was here. I always said, I'm going to do this, and I obviously had a different mentality, but I was so in love with the project and the product that I said, I'm going to do this even though if I don't earn money. Eventually that changed, and I saw there was a lot of money, and I said, okay, I want part of that. I want a piece of that cake, and that's an enormous piece, and it's also there for you too. So one of the things that I would like to start with, if you allow me to, Rochelle, is to start with the part of the product. Are you interested? Friend, this is all yours. With your own rhythm, however you want to do it. I don't have anything here. Okay, perfect. I'd like to tell you and I would like to interact a bit. I'll read your comments so we can interact. And that way it can be more dynamic and the learning can be more real. Because if we don't understand, we don't learn, okay? So I would like to ask you, what illnesses would you like me to share the protocol for? And this is a question. So write it down in the chat. What illnesses are you searching for? Bipolarism, fibromyalgia, osteoporosis, losing weight, Parkinson, depression. Okay, well, now get prepared to start writing, okay? Are you ready? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I want everybody to be paying attention. Here we go. With the phototherapy patches, there is no protocol for any illness or disease. It doesn't exist. No protocol for no illness or disease. So let's have that super clear, okay? And I say this with a lot of respect and with a lot of love. If you want to be successful in your business and go to the next level, forget about protocols. Stop thinking about illnesses and diseases. Let go of wanting to be the one who cures, the one who's going to help people to recover. No. If you continue thinking about diseases, what do you think you're giving energy to? To the power of phototherapy or to the illness? To the illness. If you don't make yourself be understood, if you don't understand this, you're going to be aligned with pure sick or ill people, and those people are going to continue ill. So I do understand that we want, through hearing testimonials and sharing testimonials, we want to register people as clients or distributors, but you're going to maintain them in that same energy. What you need to do is learn, and now let's start writing. What is phototherapy? How does it work? What does it contain? What benefits does using phototherapy have for us? And if you learn this today, if you've had time, if you've been new or whatever, but if you learn about the benefits of phototherapy, if you're going to become an expert in healing. Now, let's clarify healing and curing. We get cured with a medication, a treatment, or a procedure, which is what I'm talking about. We go to the doctor, we have a treatment, we have a procedure done, or a medication. That is something external. That is something to be cured. And in many cases, that's not a reality for many. I would say that most of them, the majority. On the other hand, what we have doesn't cure. It stimulates the natural processes of healing, making the body be self-healed on its own, stimulating different peptides, organs, and enzymes in our body for the body to work better, but they don't cure. They stimulate the natural processes for the body to auto self-repair. How does it work? I've got the patches here. They contain, a little while ago, I took off my patch, one that I wore during the night, and I was able to, let's see if you can see this. This is what the patch has in the center. It's like a gauze. There you can see that it contains amino acid crystals, water and oxygen at different light frequencies because they're for different things. Okay, so let me repeat that. The patches here in the center contain crystals made out of amino acids, water and oxygen at different frequencies of light because they are used for different reasons. And what they're going to do is stimulate your own body to start working better, regardless of the illness A, B, C, D, E, and we can go until Z. It doesn't matter what kind of health challenge a person is going through. The patches benefit everyone in the same way, but differently. Let me clarify this. It's not the same a person that has a health challenge because the pH is very acid to a person who does exercise every day and has an alkaline diet. So results will vary in time, but the benefits are the same for the person who's alkaline or the person whose pH is acid. The only thing that will vary is the amount of time, and the person can use patches for a longer time or a different combination of patches. But in the end, the benefits are the same. So the patches don't work differently in you or in me. They work exactly the same. That's what I mean. Why? Because they give us all the same benefits. So then crystals composed of amino acids, water, and oxygen at different light frequencies. It's going to be recorded, Mariana, okay? So if all the patches are going to benefit us in the same way, who's been in the company for 6 months? Just raise your hand. You don't have to write it down. I just want to know. Okay, how many of you have gone to the internet to search in Google what is carnosine? How many of you have gone to search what the benefits are and what glutathione is? How many of you have gone to the internet and have checked what ion is? What does ion mean? Because that is crucially important and decisive, and that is what you need to focus in. What does ion mean? What are the different meanings? What is glutathione? How do they work? What benefits do we get? Where are they made? What are they made for? What is carnosine? Where does carnosine give us benefits? When you know what the patches are for or the different things that will stimulate the production of them in our body, you don't need a protocol. You don't need to know something for pain. You don't need to know something that people need. You don't need to know exactly what they need. What does everybody need to be healthy? The one who has cancer, lupus, whatever they have. Number one, they need to reinforce their immune system because the immune system is the one that is in charge of us being alive. Yes or yes, no more. It's called glutathione. Carnosine, what does it do? It helps us produce more carnosine. And what does carnosine do in our body? It repairs. What is the mother of all illnesses? Does anybody have an idea? What is the start of an illness, of a challenge? Inflammation. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Janet. Which is the star patch that reduces inflammation? Ion. When we have inflammation, what is the first thing that we feel in our body with the inflammation? Pain. So the first thing that you want to remove is the inflammation. And many times with this patch, you're going to be able to relieve people's pain. Ion. Now, something very important, and I have said this, well, it's in all my social media. Ion does balance in the central nervous system in 25 minutes, having it on your clothes, on your skin, or on your shoe. It doesn't matter if you put it on the sole of your left foot or on the crown of your head. The signal is sent by the brain, and the brain is the one who does the work. You cannot make a mistake. So you, if in a receptive way, open your heart and say, okay, I'm open to this, I'm going to try it this way. Let go the protocols from now to forever and focus on offering the products for the benefits that it has. Your business is going to be easier. Much, much easier. Don't focus on the protocol to lose weight. Just put them all on. Somebody came to me today. I was talking with her and she said, I want the one to lose weight. Okay, perfect. But you know that your overweight is because there is an imbalance in your country. First, we have, sorry, your body. First, we have to balance your body, right? So it's ion, glutathione, carnosine, X39, and SP6. What do you think? Okay, let's go. And every once in a while I have pain. Okay, we can add the ice wave. Don't be afraid. You know what the person said to me? Yes. She didn't say, oh, put this one on, take another one off. Why so many? Yes, the one who's open is open. The one who doesn't want them doesn't want even one of them. Does the patch have a number? No patch has numbers. I don't understand. Well, for me, it's a number one in my heart. Now, we know what is the foundation of the patches, ion, glutathione, and carnosine. What has, if you have this illness, ion, glutathione, and carnosine. If you have pain, let's add the pain patch for ion, glutathione, and carnosine. There's chronic fatigue. Let's add the energy ones to ion, glutathione, and carnosine. They want to lose weight. Okay, let's add ion, glutathione, and carnosine, SP6. She doesn't sleep. Let her use ion, glutathione, and carnosine. Of course, X39. The foundation of the patches is ion, glutathione, carnosine, and X39. For who? For everyone. From 30 years old onward. Don't patch children. X39, diabetes, ion, glutathione, carnosine, X39. That is why I can say right now, you can say diabetes, cancer, cirrhosis, whatever you want. Ion, glutathione, carnosine, X39. And if the person has pain, you can add the ice wave because ice wave is for pain. Kids do not use X39. That's what the founder of the company says. If you or some other person via a marketing strategy heard at some time when you were new or whatever, and you heard that X39 helps children with autism, well, maybe that was a marketing strategy that they used, you know, just promote one product because it's a star product, because it stimulates the copper peptide that makes us produce stem cells like when we were 30 years old. That's what the founder says. Those are not my words. I am just David Smith's voice. And in my next invitation, when I have more time to plan it, I promise to show you a presentation with a PowerPoint to show you how I worked hand in hand with David Smith in his corporate in Mexicali, in Tijuana, in Mexico City, everywhere. So I presented X39 with him in Mexicali. I don't even remember in what year. And he's always said this until the date. X39 stimulates a copper peptide that makes us produce stem cells like when we were 30 years old, because the body is in its maximum production of stem cells until the age of 30. Why would you patch with X39 a child? Now, there's a lot of confusion with autism because people, let's go back to the same thing. This started in the US and it's not from Rachel's group. This comes from another group that started to promote X39 for children with autism. And I have always said to the people who ask me, it is not that way. I entered the company almost 9 years ago, and this is what we offer children with autism, a la vida. Why a la vida? Because a la vida does a reconnection in the cognitive frontal area. A la vida. What do you need to patch children with? Ion. It balances the central nervous system. It activates the gland of thymo and takes away stress and inflammation and oxidation. Carnosine. Why carnosine in children? Because it repairs. Why glutathione for children? Because it reinforces the immune system. If you have a child that has phlegm and cough and mucus, just put glutathione on him. If it's a baby, put a glutathione on the baby. Just born, put a glutathione and trust. Where do you have to put it? On clothes, of course. The baby has to be patched over the clothes. I have granddaughter who just turned 2. She was born premature. When we finish this Zoom, and I'm going to share the link if you want to share it, Rachel. It's going to be a Zoom of testimonials. And this is a mom who's going to turn 35 tomorrow with a premature daughter. And she's going to talk about 4 different topics using the patches. She's not a distributor. She's just a person that uses phototherapy on her babies since they were born, on her pets and on herself. So I'm going to super recommend it to you, and I forgot to let you know before. But let's go back to children with autism. Children with autism have something in common. I don't know if there is a mom here, but she's not going to let me die. Children with autism have heavy metals. Heavy metals. Now, children with autism or Asperger are beautiful children with a perception ability that we cannot perceive because we are normal. And they are special and they have a lot of potential. They have a supreme intelligence, much more advanced than the ones that we don't have that intelligence. And we can't understand them, but they're not sick kids. They are super special children. For me, they are like superheroes. So what you want to do is to help them eliminate the heavy metals and help them repair in case they need to repair, to lower the stress levels. Why stress levels in children with autism? They don't get stressed because, oh, it's a condition of autism. It's because they perceive all the energy around them, all the ugly things, all the things that we cannot see, they can see it. And so do you want to balance the central nervous system so they can be able to overcome everything that they perceive and that they feel? Now, a la vida, what will this help them with? It's going to help them to that reconnection in the cognitive frontal area that is super important for children with autism. And also, you can put the patch on them at night. This has to be at night and on the clothes. I prefer to say on the clothes, sorry. So now, did you hear about the Hopkins syndrome? It doesn't matter. Look, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I don't know, Alejandra, if you were at the beginning of this call. We have to focus on the benefits that the patches give us, not with the things that we want to make disappear, because if not, we're never on does a balance on the central nervous system. Your mind becomes more agile. Your vision, your eyesight becomes amplified. Your internal vision also. Your creative area is more potent. That is what Eon does. X39 is a silent healer. What do I mean by this? It stimulates a copper peptide that makes you produce stem cells like when you were 30 years old. And these have the ability to go and search for what they have to repair that you don't even know. Because there's many studies and analysis that we do where we can't see that we have things. And when they are out, it's too advanced. What do I recommend for Alzheimer? Ion, glutathione, carnosine, X39, and Alavida. What helps the thyroid gland? Ion, glutathione, carnosine, X39, and you can add the SP6. So that's why I say if it's a cold, if it's canceled, if it's cancer, if it's the thyroid, if it's kidney failure, if it's the liver, pancreas, iron, carnosine, X39. Those are the combinations. Arthritis, iron, glutathione, carnosine, X39, and Lifewave. Your base will always be, it's as if, let me give you an example with food. It's going as if we're going to do a meat loaf. I know there are people that are not from Mexico, but imagine we're going to do a Mexican meatloaf. You need meat, tomato, garlic. And if you're Mexican, you can put the chili, of course. No, but I am from Puerto Rico. Okay, well, you can then add the tomato. You know what I mean? But your base is ion, glutathione, carnosine, and X39. There's somebody connected here from Mexico? Yes, me. X39. You have to put an X in capital, in uppercase. because I couldn't access because I didn't
Entonces,
put the eggs in uppercase in the
hay
code.
una tendencia
So
y
there is a
es
tendency,
importante
and it
que
is
reconozcamos
important
esa
for
parte.
us
Hay
to
una
reproduce
tendencia en el
that there
ser
is
humano
a
a
tendency
querer que
in the
las
human
cosas sean
beings to want
difíciles y
things to be
complicadas
difficult
porque
and
les parece más
complicated
atractivo.
because we think they're more
Es una cuestión de
attractive.
percepción.
It's about perception.
Como que queremos
So
esta manera de adornar las cosas,
we
de que
want
suenen a, es que
to,
mira, este es un protocolo, o esta
decorate
es una
things
solución
and
para tal enfermedad,
say, oh,
y
this
que
is a protocol or this is a
necesitamos soltar
combination
eso
for this
porque lo
illness. We need to
complicado
let
nos
go of that because the
complica.
complicated
Si
things
ustedes
don't
continúan haciendo eso, van a
duplicate.
terminar como el
If you
doctor que está
continue
con el
doing that,
insomnio,
you're going to go
queriendo
crazy,
recetar y recetar y recetar,
wanting
y
to
nosotros
prescribe and
tenemos que
prescribe
primero
and
aprender a ser
prescribe, and
responsables.
we need to be responsible
Empieza con todos
first.
a la vez, si la persona tiene la
We all
economía
start
para
at the
hacerlo
same
así,
time. First, we have to see, does a
porque es
person have the economy
completamente
to do it? Yes,
saludable,
because
natural,
it's completely
no tiene
healthy,
ningún químico,
natural.
no tienen fármacos,
There's
no
no
entra absolutamente
chemicals,
nada en la
there's
sangre
no
y no se
pharmaceuticals, nothing
contrapone con ningún
enters your blood,
tratamiento o medicamento
and
que
it
alguien esté tomando.
doesn't have an adverse effect with any treatment or medication.
Tijuana. Y algo bien importante, he
Tijuana.
escuchado en algún
And something
momento a
very
personas que me
important, I've heard
escriben
at
que me
some
dicen
time people
o he
that write to
leído,
me and say,
Mariana, es que me dijeron
or
que
I've
si tomo
read, oh,
transición para
Mariana,
lactosa,
they said
claro
that
que
if
los
I have a
pueden usar.
transplant, I
Las
can't use
personas
them.
pueden
Of
tener
course you can use
trasplantes,
them. You
las
can have
personas
a
pueden tener
transplant.
marcapasos,
You
las
can
personas
have
pueden tener cualquier tipo
uh,
de desafío de salud, cáncer,
heart
estando en quimioterapia, estando en
failure. You
radioterapia,
can have cancer,
pueden
chemotherapy,
utilizar los patches
radiotherapy.
porque
You
todos
can
mis
use the
clientes están
patches
pasando por ese proceso ahora
if you're
mismo.
going through that process right now.
Y la diferencia es que
And the
no se les
difference
cae el cabello,
is that your
su
hair
estado
doesn't
de
fall.
ánimo está mucho mejor,
Your
se sienten bien,
state of
van a
mind
la
is much better. You
quimioterapia, van
feel okay. You
manejando,
go to
llegan, se hacen
chemotherapy.
su quimioterapia, salen de
You
ahí,
are
se regresan a
driving.
su casa
You get out of
y
there.
no
You go
tienen
back home.
molestias y no tienen dolor.
And there
Y si
is no
tienen un dolor,
pain,
se apoyan
and
en
there is
ellos.
nothing that upsets
Y así tengo
them.
una
And if
persona
there
en la
is a
tercera
pain,
edad,
they
tiene
support themselves
72,
on the patches.
73
I have
años,
someone who is
ya tiene
72 and
metástasis,
73 years
su
old. She
cáncer ya
already
lo
has
tiene en el
metastasis.
cerebro y la
Her
señora se
cancer
acaba
is
de ir
in
2
her brain
semanas a
already.
pasar Año
And she
Nuevo,
just went for two
Navidad,
weeks to
Año Nuevo y
spend
casi Día de
Christmas,
Reyes
New
al
Year,
Hotel
and
Xcaret en
almost
Cancún, solita.
until January at the
Y
Scarlet
cada
Hotel
que me
in
compra los
Cancun
coches
on
me
her
dice,
own.
Mariana,
And
estoy
each time she
feliz
applies the
porque me
patches, she
puedo
says,
comprar mis
Mariana,
patches.
I'm happy
¿Cuáles
because
usa
I
la
can
señora?
purchase my patches.
X39,
Which ones does she use?
X49, Aeon,
X39,
Glutathione, Carnosin,
X49,
Alavida,
Eon,
que fue ahorita
Glutathione,
llegar hasta
Carnosin,
Cancún,
Alavida.
utiliza
I
el
took
Silent
them to
Night de repente,
Cancun. She
tiene los
uses
del dolor
Silent
por si
Night
acaso y la
every
inclinación
once
de
in a
los
while,
pies.
the pain ones just
¿Cada
in
cuándo se
case,
los
and she
pone?
loves the
Todos los
energy
días.
ones. When
¿Cuántos
does
se
she
pone?
use them? Every
Todos.
day. How many does she use? All of them.
Ella no discute. Y dice, Mariana,
She
yo no sé si
doesn't
mañana
talk
voy a estar
back. She
aquí,
doesn't, she
pero
says,
mientras yo
Mariana, I
esté
don't know if
viva,
I'll be here
yo me quiero
tomorrow, but
sentir
while
bien,
I'm alive,
yo
I
me voy a
want to
cuidar y
feel
yo voy a
good.
invertir en
I'm
mi
going
salud.
to take care
Y
of
se los
myself
pone
and I'm
todos.
going
Entonces,
to
con
invest in
mucha
my health. And
seguridad
she
te
uses all of
compraba.
them. So
Con mucha
with a lot
confianza te
of
con
confidence
convicción.
and conviction,
Recomiéndale
I
los
share
patches
with
a las
you,
personas. Si tu
recommend
estrategia
people
de
patches.
negocio
If
es
your
nada más
business
duplicarte con el
strategy
X
is
39,
just to
está bien,
duplicate with
adelante.
X39, that's fine. Go ahead.
Pero le estás privando a las
But
personas de
you're
probar toda la
not
tecnología.
allowing people
Ahora, de
to
inicio, a lo
try the
mejor,
full
si a ti te
technology.
funciona,
Now, at the
nada más
beginning,
mándale el
maybe if it works for
X39,
you to
pero el
only send
X39,
X39, go
si bien
ahead.
te puede aliviar
But
el dolor, no es para
X39
aliviar
can
el dolor.
help you with pain, but it's not
El
for pain.
X39 es algo que se debe de
X39 is
recomendar
something
para
that you must
largo
recommend
plazo.
for the
Y a
long
todas las
term.
personas que tú le
And
vayas a
for all
registrar,
the
ya sea como
people that
clientes
you're
o
going
como
to
distribuidores,
register,
o
let it be
personas que van a utilizar el
customers or
producto,
distributors or
recomiéndales que
people who are
utilicen el
going to use the
producto
product,
mínimo
recommend
6
for them to use a
meses.
product minimum 6 months.
Mínimo
For
6 meses. Y si
minimum
alguien te dice,
six
ay, es
months. And if
mucho
somebody says,
tiempo,
oh, no, it's a
¿comparado
lot
con
of
qué?
time. Well, compared to
¿Cuánto
what?
le toma a una persona,
How
a un cuerpo,
much does a
entrar
person,
en
a
ese
body
desbalance que ya
take
llega a
to
manifestarse
start
como una
that lack
enfermedad?
of balance that is
Años.
ends up being an illness? Years.
Y si la persona te dice, están muy caros, no es
And
tu
if the person
cliente,
says they're too
suéltala,
expensive,
suéltalo,
okay, they're not your
continúa y
client. Let
sigue
go of them.
adelante.
Continue,
No
move
trates de,
forward.
déjate lo vendo de
Don't
esta
try
forma
to,
cuando está.
oh, let me sell
No.
it to you this
La
other way.
persona que está
No.
lista lo
The
va a
person
comprar.
who is ready is going
Si
to
tú le
find it.
enseñas a
If
alguien
you
los
show
beneficios de
someone
los
the
parches de
benefits
fototerapia, las
of
personas
the
los van a usar.
phototherapy patches, they are going
Incluso
to
si no
choose them.
tienen el dinero,
Even if
van a
they don't
encontrar la
have
manera
the money, they're going to
de
find the
crear esa
way
realidad para
to
ellos.
create that
Y te lo
reality
digo
for
con
them. And I'm
experiencia.
telling you this
O
from my
sea, con mi
experience,
propia experiencia. Yo tampoco
for
tenía
my own
y me
experience.
metí
I didn't
paso a
have
paso
it either.
porque
And
vi
I
la
used my
oportunidad.
card because I saw
Y
the
ni siquiera les
opportunity. and not only of healing, of losing weight.
Dije, yo lo quiero. Primero muerta que sencilla. O sea, a las personas las van a mover lo que las vaya a mover.
So it's going to move whatever it moves on you. You're not going to say, oh, you're going to heal with this. No, these are the benefits of the patches. Would you like them? Which ones do you recommend? Ion, glutathione, carnosine, and X39. So you can do a balance in your body. And later on, if you want to try others, the person will choose if they want to add something more to their pack.
¿sabes? Y ahí
you know?
empiezas tú a
And
negociar con
that's
la
when you
persona, a
start to
decir, bueno, déjame
negotiate
negociar,
with the
a
person,
conversar con la persona, a lo
to
mejor,
have
si es más
conversations with
importante
the
en ese
person.
momento, pues agregarle
Maybe
el
at
del
that
dolor.
time it is
O
more
sabes qué,
important
mejor
to
pues le
add the
quitas el
pain
carnosín y
patch
agregas el
and you
Ice Wave, que
remove
es una persona que
carnosine
trae
and you
dolor, que
add
tenga
ice wave if it's a person
fibromialgia,
with pain, with
reumas,
fibromyalgia,
cualquier tipo de dolor.
lupus, any kind
Pero
of
al
pain.
final utiliza, o sea,
But at the end,
apóyate en la base de los
support
parches.
yourself on the base
X39,
foundation of the
ion,
patches.
glutatión y
X39,
carnosina.
Eon, Glutathione, and
Hay
Carnosine.
personas que me dicen, oye Mariana, no
There
tengo
are
para
people that
comprarlos,
say, hey,
pero
Mariana, I
quiero
don't have
comprarlos.
enough
¿Qué
to
me recomiendas?
purchase them,
¿Me
but I
compro el
want to purchase them. What
X39
do you
o me
recommend? Should I
compro
purchase
el Trio?
X39 or should I purchase Trio?
Que para un cliente
That
preferido con unas
for a
suscripciones te cuesta
preferred
100, estos
client,
tres
a
valen
subscription is
150.
100. These three are 150.
Entonces, si la persona está pasando un desafío
So
de
if
salud,
the person is
honestamente sí
going
es
through a health
de lo que
issues,
tienes que hacer.
honesty, honestly, that's what I
O sea, que
recommend.
la persona empiece con estos 3 sobres de parches y
That the
más
person should
adelante
start with these sleeves of
utilice
patches and
el
later on
X39.
use the X39.
Dice, ay, gracias. Exactamente. Y esto es, no importa, Sandra, si es osteoporosis
Yes,
avanzada,
exactly.
iniciada,
Sandra, it doesn't matter if it's
no
advanced
importa la
osteoporosis or if you're
enfermedad,
just
volvemos a lo
starting the
mismo. Hay que
osteoporosis. The
basarnos en los
disease doesn't matter.
resultados que
We
nos
just have
ofrece,
to
los
base
beneficios que
ourselves in the
cada uno.
results of the
Entonces,
benefits
para una
that
niña de
these
11
patches
años,
offer.
Ian
So
glutatión y
for
carnosín,
11-year-old girl, Eon
Ian
glutathione and
glutatión y
carnosine,
carnosín, en diferentes
Eon
partes del
glutathione
cuerpo,
and
encima de la
carnosine in
pijama,
different
en el
parts of the
calcetín,
body,
en el
on the
pie derecho,
pajama,
en la
on
pierna
the
izquierda,
sock,
en
on
la
the right
espalda.
foot, on the
No
left
importa
leg,
dónde
on
se
the
lo
back.
pongas, todos los días
Regardless
se
of
usan
where
durante 12
you
horas y se
patch them,
tiran a la
every
basura,
day you
son
use them
desechables
during 12
100%.
hours and you
¿Dónde
throw them
dice
away. They're
eso?
completely disposable,
En el
100%. Where does it
instructivo.
say that?
Eso no lo digo yo. ¿Cuántos de ustedes ya leyeron el instructivo?
How many of you have already read the instructive?
De verdad, ¿cuántos ya
Truthfully, how
leyeron el
many
instructivo?
of you
¿Cuántos
have read the
saben dónde está
instructive?
la parte que está en español?
How many of you have read the Spanish part?
Eso es básico.
That is
Entonces, si ya
basic.
leíste el
So
instructivo,
if
¿por qué
you've
estás
already
buscando
read the
por qué estás
instructive, why
buscando,
are you
perdón,
searching
protocolos
for
si ahí dice
protocols
cómo utilizar?
if it says
¿Tú
how to
crees que
use
si
them there?
el negocio
You like
y
if
el
you think
producto
that the business
y el
and the
enfoque
product
fuera
and the focus were
basarnos en protocolos,
based on
el mismo
protocols,
fundador
the
no nos hubiera
founder
escrito de
himself
protocolos,
wouldn't have done a protocol guide.
piénsenlo nada más.
Think about it.
Y algo bien interesante. Hay personas, ahora les voy a hablar un poquito porque traemos el tiempo así como que ya. Les voy a hablar un
Now we don't have a
poquito.
lot of time left.
Espérenme tantito. Este ya lo
Oh, wait a
conocen.
second. Do
El
you
a
know
la
this
vida.
one, a la vida?
Maravilloso. Tiene más beneficios
Marvelous. It
que nada
has
más
more
rejuvenecer. El a la
benefits
vida
than
para los niños
just
con autismo, sí va a
rejuvenation. A
entrar
la
a
vida
graduación,
for children
va a
with
entrar a los niños con
autism,
Asperger, personas
also
con
for
demencia
children with
senil,
Asperger,
Parkinson
with
y Alzheimer.
dementia,
Son los patches de
Parkinson, and
fototerapias.
Alzheimer.
A la
It's a
vida.
phototherapy,
Pero
a la
estas
vida
cremas
patches.
tienen algo
But these
maravilloso.
creams have something
Y esto lo
amazing.
aprendí de quién?
And
De
this is
David.
something that I learned from
La
who?
crema de
From
noche,
David
pues la
Smith,
crema
the
más
night
grande,
cream,
te ayuda en
which is an
rosaduras y
amazing cream
quemaduras
that
de
also
piel, claro.
helps with
Irritaciones en
irritations
la
and
cara,
first degree
rosácea,
burns,
cualquier
rosacea on
irritación
your
tú le
face,
pones a
any
esa
kind of
piel crema
irritation.
de
If
noche y
you
es la cosa
put the
más
night cream
maravillosa.
on that skin,
La
and it
crema
is the
de
most
día
amazing thing.
deliciosa, es
The day
ligerita
cream
y
is
nos
very light
ayuda,
and delicious,
serena.
and our new
Así es
eye
que
cream.
es un regalo
So
esto.
this is a gift, truthfully.
Dice, tengo un mes usando el X39, no se
It
me quita
says,
el
I've
dolor
been
de las
using
rodillas
X39
porque
for a
necesitas
month
Ian
and my knee
glutatión
pain
carnosín
hasn't gone
y
because you
Ice
need
Wave,
Eon Glutathione,
aunado al
Carnosine, and
X39.
Ice
Ahí
Wave
está una
and the
muestra de lo
X39.
que les estoy
There
diciendo.
you have an
Es
example
Ian
of
glutatión
what I'm
carnosín si
saying.
la
It's
persona
Eon
tiene mucho dolor,
Glutathione,
le agregamos
Carnosine if
el
the
Ice
person
Wave
has a lot of
y
pain.
el
We add the Ice Wave
X39.
and the X39.
Ahora, vamos a entrar a la parte del negocio. Yo
Now,
creo que el
let's
producto
talk
ya les dije
about the
mucho y les
business
puedo decir
part,
otra cosa
okay?
en
I
mis
think
redes
I spoke a
sociales
lot about the
de
product,
manera
and I'm going to
gratuita.
tell
Ah,
you something
sí,
in a
se
free
desintoxica
way on
uno.
my social media.
Es que
Yes,
yo
you
hay una parte que digo, ¿qué
disintoxicate.
parte no
There's a
entendemos?
part that I
De que
think, what
enfermedad es
don't we
enfermedad o
understand that
desafío es desafío
diseases
de
and,
salud.
and
No importa
challenges
lo
of
que
health,
sea.
regardless of what it is,
Ok, vamos a empezar a la parte del
okay?
negocio y en esta
So let's
sí me
start with
gustaría
the
mucho
business
que
area.
ya vimos qué es, cómo
And
funciona,
we've
para qué
seen
son,
what it
cuántos
is, how
son,
it
cuáles son los
works, what it's
beneficios, para
for, what
quiénes
are the
son, para todo el
benefits,
mundo. Los
who they're for
X39 pues no es
everybody.
para niños nada
The
más.
X39
Cómo se usan
is
12
just not
horas,
for
dónde
kids.
se
How do you use
usan
them for
en
12
el
hours? Where
cuerpo.
do you use them? On your body.
Punto.
That's all.
Otra cosa bien importante para los que lo están
Another
haciendo
very
como
important
negocio.
thing for the ones who
Una
are
de las
working
cosas que
this as
yo
a
no hago
business,
es
something that I
compartir
do not do
testimonios.
is
A
share
ver, si
testimonials.
ustedes lo hacen, está bien. Yo no
Now,
estoy
if you
diciendo que
do it,
esté mal.
it's
No se
fine.
me
I'm
tome
not
nada
saying that
personal.
it's
Esa es
not
una
fine.
regla
Don't
que
take it
tienen que
personal.
anotar por
This
ahí.
is
No se
a
tomen nada
rule
personal.
that you have
Si
to
tú
write
tienes
down.
personas
Don't
que
take
quieren
anything
compartir sus
personally.
testimonios, qué
If you
padre.
have people who
Pero
want
me
to share
refiero
their
cuando yo estoy
testimony, that's fine.
prospectando a un
But when I'm
cliente o a una
prospecting a
persona que quiere ser
client or a
distribuidor,
person
yo
who
no
wants
le
to be a
mando testimonios.
distributor, I
Yo
don't
no,
send
porque a mí me
testimonials.
gusta basarme en la
I don't,
información que yo les
because I
estoy
like to base
ofreciendo.
myself on the
¿Por qué? Porque
information that
cada
I'm
persona es
offering. Why?
diferente.
Because
Y
each
entonces cada
person
persona
is
tiene un
different.
testimonio diferente y
So
aunque
each
usamos los
person
mismos
has a
parches,
different
la vida
testimony.
de
And
cada
even though
persona
we
es
use the
diferente,
same
sus
patches,
circunstancias,
everybody's life is
absolutamente todo.
different,
Entonces
their
no quiero
circumstances,
crear o generar
absolutely everything.
expectativas
So I don't want to
en
create
nadie.
or generate
Entonces, ¿en qué
expectations
me
with
baso? En
anyone.
la
So what
información
do I
que
base
David
myself
Smith nos ha dado
on the
durante años
information
y es
that
lo que
David
nos
Smith has
ofrece.
given us during
Ahí está
years
mi
of the
enfoque.
benefits of the patches. There is my focus.
Y luego,
And
algo bien
now,
importante, tú como
something very
distribuidor
important as a
tienes que
distributor,
ser producto de
you
tu
need to
producto.
be a product
Tienes
of
que
your
utilizar los
product.
parches
You need to use the
todos los
patches
días.
every day.
Y si tú muestras que tú
And
estás
if
usando tus
you
parches,
show that you're
no
using
necesitas
your
decir, hoy me
patches, you
puse
don't
el
need
parche,
to say,
yo sí lo hago.
today I
Pero
wore
es
the
un ejemplo.
patch, I do
Con que
it.
lo
But that's
muestres,
just an
las
example.
personas te van a
As long
preguntar.
as you show it, people are going to ask you what it is.
Exacto, todo es válido, Carolina. Dice, yo
Exactly,
comparto
everything is
claro,
valid.
yo
She
también me
says,
refiero,
I
a ver,
share my
déjame aclarar.
testimonial, of
Me
course.
refiero
Let me
que hay
clarify
veces que me
this.
dicen, oye, ¿me puedes
There are
compartir un
some times
testimonio
that
de
I say,
cáncer
hey,
que
can you
tanto
share a
de esto? Les
cancer
digo, no, espérate,
testimonial of pancreas and
a
this?
eso
And I
me
say, no,
refería.
I
Yo sí
don't
comparto mi
share
testimonio,
any
obviamente, pero
testimonials.
no
That's what I
comparto
refer
los
to. I do
testimonios
share
de
my
otras personas
testimonials, but not
para
other people's
prospectar.
testimonies to
Eso es
prospect.
lo que quise decir.
That's what I meant to say.
Ahora, ¿cuáles son
Now,
los
what
sí o sí que
are
tú tienes que
the
tener para
COCs
tener
that you
éxito en
need
este
to
negocio?
have to be
Número uno,
successful in this business?
autodisciplina.
Number one, self-discipline.
Aquí nadie va a venir a
Nobody
decirte
here
qué
is
tienes
going
que
to
hacer.
come to say what you
Y
need to do.
perdónenme, de
And
verdad,
I'm sorry,
no se lo
truthfully.
tomen
Write it
personal.
down. Don't take it
Nadie va a
personally.
venir a decirte qué
Nobody's
tienes
going
que
to
hacer.
come to tell you what you need to do.
Si todos estamos en este negocio
If we are
inscritos,
all
es
in
porque
this
nosotros no
business,
queremos
it's
un
because
jefe que nos
we do
diga qué
not
tenemos
want
que
a
hacer.
boss that tells us
No
what we have to do.
no tenemos
We don't have
ese deseo
that
de ir a hacer clock-in,
need of
de
this
decir ya
packing in,
llegué,
of
de decir
saying,
voy a
I'm
ir
here,
puedo ir al
of
baño,
saying, can
de
I go
decir
to
ya
the
me voy.
restroom?
O sea, si tú estás en este negocio, tú no
If
tienes
you're
que
in
estar
this
esperando que
business, you
alguien te
don't
diga,
need to be
ya
waiting for somebody to
prospectaste,
say, did you prospect
ya
already?
registraste,
Did you register
estás
already?
activo.
Are you
Tú sabes que
active
tienes que estar
already? You
activo.
know you have to be active.
Eso es fundamental.
That is
Es como el
crucial.
ABC de tu
It's
negocio.
like the ABC of your business.
Todos los días tienes que entrar a ver tu
Every day
negocio.
you
Si
need
tú no
to check your
si tú
business.
hoy en
If
este
you
día no has
today
entrado a ver tu
haven't
negocio,
gone to check out your
no tienes
business,
negocio.
you don't have a business.
Así te la pongo.
That's how I say it.
Todos los días tienes que
Every
entrar a
single
ver
day
tu
you
negocio.
need to check your business.
Parte del éxito. No compararse con
Part
nadie.
of success is
Cada
not
quien
comparing
está
yourself to
viviendo su
anybody.
proceso.
Each of
Y
us
les
is
voy a
living their
decir
own process. And I
la
have to
clave o
say
el
that the
secreto
key or
que
the
todos
secret
quieren escuchar.
that everybody wants to hear
Cómo tener éxito en
how
tu negocio.
to be
Te voy a
successful in
explicar
your
la fórmula.
business. I'm going to explain the
En la
formula.
medida que crezcas tú,
As long as you
tu
grow,
cheque va
your
a
check
crecer.
is going to
Si tú
grow
no
too.
creces, tu
If
cheque
you
no va
don't
a
grow,
crecer
your check won't
nunca.
grow ever.
Y esa es la clave, el secreto. Tú puedes
That is the
escuchar a
key
Grant
and the
Cardone,
secret.
puedes
You can hear
escuchar a Tony
Grant
Robbins, en su
Cardone, you can
momento
hear
Bob
Tony
Proctor,
Robbins,
al
Bo
coach,
Proctor,
al Robin Sharma,
the
al
coach,
gurú de no
Robin
sé dónde,
Chawla, the
a quien
guru,
tú
Robin
quieras.
Sharma, the
Si
guru of
no
wherever, whatever
creces
you want.
tú,
If
tu
you don't
cheque no
grow,
va a
your check
crecer.
is not going to
Y
grow.
el estarnos comparando con algo
And
simplemente es una falta de
comparing ourselves
autorreconocimiento
is
personal.
simply a lack of
Y
self-recognition.
todos y cada uno de
And
nosotros,
each one
todos
and every
ustedes que
one
están
of us,
escribiendo
all of
esto,
you who are here, who
todos
are seeing
somos
this,
iguales.
all of
Estamos
us
hechos de la
are the
misma
same. We
estructura
are made out of the
biomolecular.
same
Somos hijos del
molecular structure.
mismo
We are
creador del universo,
children
de
of the
todo el
same universe
omnipotente,
creator,
Papá Dios. Y a todos nos
God.
hizo con los
And
mismos
He made us
dones.
all with the
Se
same
llaman
talents,
facultades
which
intelectuales.
are called
Todos
intellectual
tenemos la
faculties.
capacidad todos tenemos percepción,
We all
voluntad,
have the faculty,
imaginación, memoria,
perception,
intuición. El
will,
problema es que no la
imagination,
utilizamos.
memory, and intuition. The problem is that you don't
Porque
want
hay
to
una
use it
epidemia de pereza mental
because there's an
muy grande.
epidemic of mental
Y si tú no estás leyendo todos los días, aunque sea una página, yo no te estoy diciendo un
fogginess in
libro,
the world. And if
un
you're not reading page of a book every day, I'm not saying a whole book, just a page, you're losing your time and you're doing lack of service to your neurons, making them die instead of activate. And I don't care if you're 20, 30, 50, 60, or 80. All of us are capable. And you can come and say a lot of justifications why you're not going to work your business, and you can believe it because I'm not going to believe anyone. Whoever wants to will do it. And who doesn't is going to find 250,000 excuses to want to convince us why they don't want to do it. I live in Mexico, and I live in one of the most problematic cities of the whole country. And here in your house, I don't want to say it so clearly, but I'm very blessed. So you can choose to even grab onto that. Consistency. If you're not consistent every day, consistent is something daily. It's not every third day or once a week. Consistency is every day. If you don't do things for yourself, for your business, for your team every day, you don't have a business and you're not going to be successful because it's not every once in a while. It's as if you would eat every once in a while. How would your body be? Or if you drank water every once in a while, how would your body be? There's actually a lot of people who don't drink water or who drink very little body. How do you think their body is? It's not going well. A lot of acne, a lot of pores, problems in the skin. Their hair doesn't grow. They don't look young. They don't feel well. They don't drink water. It's the same as your business. If you're not consistent in those types of habits, nutritional, mental, intellectual, if you don't work all this every day and find a balance, you're not going to be successful. And I don't want to be saying things that I shouldn't, but maybe this sounds familiar to you. There is something very important that I would like to make a bit of space for, and I have 5 minutes left, okay? When we compare ourselves to others, because these people already have a career, and let's put Rochelle as an example. Rochelle has been for 26 years in her professional career. 26 years. She's a beautiful woman, very intelligent, with a lot of knowledge, but that knowledge, for the ones who know her, even if it's just on the outside, we know that it's a knowledge that has been obtained and learned thanks to great challenges. So we can't compare ourselves with her or with another artist or with another TV show or with a coach or with a doctor or with anybody that comes and just prescribes the patches because they're an authority in front of people because they have influence. We cannot compare ourselves because we don't know what are the battles that she has gone through 26 years ago, 25 years ago, 23 years ago, 22 years ago, 21 years ago, 20 years ago, and so on. It's very easy for you, and many times I'm going to generalize for myself. It's very easy for you to say, oh, but she's already famous. Yeah, of course, people register because of who she is. No, I'm sorry. There are people that when we believe that we can create things, we can also create them. And it's not only her. And many years ago, I wrote, I'm happy now that distributors do enroll on their own in my page. And on their own, they enroll in my page. And there were people that would laugh at me and say, and I would say, look, do this exercise that I'm doing. Oh, no, I feel so lazy. They wouldn't say that, but you know how I knew they felt lazy? Because they didn't do it. And there are people who criticized me. There are people who humiliated me. There are people who insulted me. There are people who threw stones and sticks and stones towards me. And you have no idea of all the challenges I've had to go through being in this industry, because people many times don't like what you're doing. They don't agree. They laugh at you. They laugh at my patch on my forehead. But those people who laughed at me at that time do not have the success that I have. And it's not that I wish anything bad for them. On the contrary, I wish that we could be working hand in hand today, having started the same business at the same time, and they wouldn't have been just left along the way. All the people who criticize, there is something that they have in common. They block their receiving. Criticizing and judging others for the success that they have, the only thing that this does is blocking our ability to receive. So now to finish, I'm going to leave you with this. The most valuable thing that we have in these are Very wise words of a person that I admire who's been in this company for many years ago. Since many years ago, the most valuable thing that we have in Lifewave is not the product. It is the business that we have. We have an amazing product that goes hand in hand with the business. Yes, we do. But the best that we have is the opportunity of helping thousands of people with this. You have to work personal development. You do need to take personal development classes because it is very important. You need to get dressed and put makeup on and walk and talk like the person that you want to become. Doing it in a fashion that is more or less, you're not going to get there. And you can say, oh, but Mark Zuckerberg wears tennis shoes. Hey, nobody respects him. We know what he does. He earns a lot of money, yes, but he is not a person. Nobody says, I want to be like Mark Zuckerberg. You understand? So if you want to be a person who truly causes an impact in others, you need to do a glow up. You need to be that person that you want to become. You need to become that person that you want to be. And once you do that, believe me, you are going to achieve anything you want. Ready? And the message I wanted to give you, that I always tell you, we are light and hope messengers for the world. And this is something that David Smith said. So put on that shirt. Thank you very much.
Amiga. Esto es
My
colección tras
friend,
colección
this
tras
is collection after collection after collection. No, it's
de verdad,
incredible.
bueno, nada, ¿qué te puedo
Truthfully,
decir? ¿Qué te puedo
what
decir?
can
Me
I say to
encanta
you?
todo lo
What
que
can I
dijiste,
say?
que
I love
tomarlo,
it.
ponerlo en el
Everything that
chat,
you said, I
poniendo
was
las
taking
cosas
notes, putting it in
todo
the
en su
chat,
lugar, porque
putting
es
everything
que
in its
esta
place because
dirección,
this
¿sabes, Mariana? Es
direction,
tan necesaria.
Mariana,
Es muy necesaria. Es muy
is very
necesaria. Y es
necessary.
necesaria la
It is very
repetición
necessary,
de
and the
tus enseñanzas.
repetition
¿Quién
of this
mejor que
type
tú,
of
que
teachings?
llevas tanto
So
tiempo en
who
la
better than
compañía?
you that has
Entonces,
been
me
for so long in
encantaría
the
que
company?
hiciéramos y lo podemos
And as
planificar,
I
por
said, I would
favor.
love us to do
Vamos a
this and we
ponerle
can
fecha
plan it.
terminando, ahí nos
Please,
hablamos,
let's put a date
para que hagas
on this
esa
at the end, and
presentación
we
y
can
hables
do
de
this
tu recorrido con
presentation when you
David,
talk about
porque yo sé
your
que va a
journey with
ser muy
David, because I know
enriquecedor
it's
para
going
todos
to be very
nosotros.
enriching for all of us. And I'm going also to recommend everyone who is beginning, if you haven't seen this yet, if you want to know who teaches the best compensation plan presentation, do you want to know who that is? Do you know Rachel?
No. ¿Quién es?
No, who is it? It's you! Rachel made a video of the compensation plan, of the ways that you can earn, that I didn't lose sight of it. I am her student. We are all here to teach. Oh, it's an honor. We're here to learn from each other. You have a super teacher. Go see that video. Listen to it while you're driving, while you're getting ready, many times, so you understand and comprehend. And that way, the day that I ask you, somebody asks you, how can you earn? Okay, you're just going to say it all. There it is. Okay, I loved it. You know, I'm going to be honest. When I started in the business, I ran towards you to learn. And then that's the truth. I've always said it to you. That's how I remember I wrote you on Instagram, because I think that we have to learn from the people who do it and who do it right. And for example, let me be honest. Today, I learned very well about the X39 in children. These are things that later I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read my notes. And I did take a lot of notes, but calmly, so it can enter my system, because this changes the way that we speak about the patches. And it is true what they say. Many times they say, focus on X39, focus on X39. It's something that I've repeated, definitely. But that's not wrong, okay? Wait a second, it's not wrong. But if we can learn about the other patches, that's great. Yes, of course, 100%. And what you said is perfect. This opens up our mind. This is what I feel. I feel personally that this was something that I spoke about recently in a training that we did in Destin. And I said to them, we need to adapt to who we are and the level in which we are learning. So as I said, I'm not Mariana Mercado. I will be it. I'm on my path. I'm learning, but that is not me. Okay, so how can I include everything that I learned from Mariana in who Rachel is and how I accept myself and what God has done with me and the mission that I feel that I have with this. But it's not denying information. On the contrary, it's giving more and more information from the people who do it well, starting by David Schmidt. There are so many videos that we have to learn by heart. It is impossible, as I said, for there to be people in the call that are still asking, how can I obtain my link? What do you recommend? That means that you haven't done the work of studying and dedicating time to it. So this call today needs to be a great example with what we see from Mariana, what she has done with her testimony. They would bully her, laugh at her. They would say, you're not going to do it. They did it with me too. But maybe they've done it for you and to shut them up. And not because you want people to change their train of thought, but because you want and you understand that you have a purpose with this business and this product in your hand. And that's it. Don't worry about anything else. What God says in my case, I do care about what God says and how he sees me and anybody who has a relationship with him, obviously. So take this. What are you going to do with today's call? Are you going to see it again? Are you going to take notes? Are you going to acquire what you received? Or is it going to be one more call that you're not even going to know where the recording is tomorrow? Those are personal decisions. And I always say this. You want your business to grow? Whatever you want to grow, you have to grow yourself first. Everything starts by you. Everything starts with you, absolutely. And I'm a firm believer of this, like you, because I've lived it, not because they said that to me or I learned it at the conference. It was my experience. So I truly believe in that. You want better results? Work on yourself. You want a better tech? Work on yourself. You want better relationships? Work on yourself. You want better places? Work on yourself. So you want better customers? Work on yourself. Thank you, Mariana. I appreciate it. And believe me, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart each second that you dedicate to us and to me each time that we communicate, because I know that you're working a lot and you're always busy. I'm going to send you the link of the testimonial Zooms. If you can share it with them, of course I'm going to share it with them super fast. Send it to me because it's from a mom. It's from my daughter, actually. But when is the call today? Yes, it's right now when we finish. It's in an hour. Okay, give it to me and I'll put it on the information channel right now. So for everybody to connect.
Son un montón en una sola
Yes,
persona.
it's a lot of testimonials in one person. Dyscharnia, a pet, premature baby, and how they use the patches for postpartum depression and in her babies. She doesn't work the business. She's just a patch user. So I sent you the invitation. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put it in our channel now. I'll put it on our information channel and in all our chats, okay? Okay, so send me the recording too for the people who weren't here. I'm going to take your word. Thank you. Speak to you soon. Thanks everyone for being here. Bye-bye. Bye. Take care.